Camera doesn't care about me. It's focused on you. Must be nice to be the chosen one. Hello everyone, welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
board games.
And
board gamey things.
Exactly. We're back again today with another pumped up Kickstarter. Today we are going to be doing a little preview on not a full game, but an expansion to Merchants of the Dark Road from Elf Creek Games, who very kindly sponsored this video. Now, like I said, we'll talk obviously about the base game, Merchants of the Dark Road, quickly. But what we're here really to talk about today is the expansion, which is called the Secret Villages. Okay? Secret Village secrets. Secrets are no fun. Secrets
hurt someone. Do you know what'd be crazy?
What?
If the expansion came with 2 modules. Does it?
I guess you'll have to wait and find out. As per usual with our preview videos, we are going to jump into a little overview, and then we're going to do a discussion to help you determine whether or not, I guess, this game is for you, and then if the expansions to this game are also for you. So without further ado...
You do?
I do.
I do.
Let's jump into it. As in years past, there is money and fame to be earned from buying and selling goods along the dark road. This winter, however, High Reach is alive with secrets and rumors. The clever merchant who takes notice can trade in something as valuable as any goods: information. Hidden paths to 3 secret villages have been discovered. In each village lies opportunity for intrepid merchants willing to engage the rangers, delvers, and pilgrims who choose to live in these small settlements off the beaten path. And everyone is talking about the latest news out of Farglen. It seems the Baroness of the Bards is missing. While on business in High Reach, merchants should keep their ears open for hints of what befell her, as these rumors are of great interest at the Ringway Inn. Okay, we are back. Let's have a chit chat, and we're going to start off with just the base game, because obviously you're not going to understand what the expansion does if you don't understand generally what the game does.
Because just a quick little premise of the expansion, it adds more game.
Yeah.
Which is the best kind of expansion.
It expands the game.
In my opinion.
Correct. Now, Merchants of the Dark Road. You are wary merchants traveling along, you guessed it, the Dark Road. Now,
unless you have lanterns.
That's true. This game came out a few years ago, and essentially how it plays, every round, there are 13 rounds, you're going to be playing a series of steps on your turn, which involve manipulating dice. So you have a little caravan that you're going to be manipulating dice, which are going to allow you to do things like gain items, or gain lanterns, or possibly gain an illuminated dice, or some money and things like that.
People,
okay?
companions.
Yeah.
Travelers. Drop off at
That's
locations.
not what that thing does, but yes. So you're doing the dice manipulation. You're moving around the board to locations where you then do all of the things that Jeff just said. Okay, there's a various amount of locations on the board that are going to allow you to recruit
companions,
heroes, and
companions.
When you travel, and you can purchase different items that you are going to be selling to those heroes, and
Could you upgrade those items?
Yep, you sure can.
To make them better and more lucrative?
You are going to be getting like some commission work and some contracts, and you're going to be going on these little adventures, which are traveling along either the dark road, or you could potentially take a shortcut, and other people are going to come with you. Okay?
Can I just say, mechanism-wise, it's a rondel movement.
Yep.
With dice manipulation as well as card play.
Exactly. And you're like selling things, and there's some resource management. And like I just mentioned, you can also adventure together, which is going to potentially give you some either better benefits or not as good benefits, depending on whether or not you take a shortcut or the dark road. Okay.
Yep.
You can't take a shortcut unless you got them lanterns.
Correct.
Okay. So there's a little bit of resource management there. But generally speaking, that's what the game is. Each person's going to take their turn. They're going to play it over the 4 phases of their turn. And then we're moving on. And you're going to do that until you run out of your dice pool, as they get refreshed once they've all been used.
So we have each dice is used once each round. And then you'll continue to lose them in the game, and that triggers endgame eventually.
Exactly. Yeah, because merchants get tired. It's hard work out there on that road.
It is weary road.
It's a very weary and often dark road. Okay, so that is, in a nutshell, Merchants of the Dark Road. Like we mentioned, we're here to actually talk about the expansion, which is called
Secret Villages.
That's correct. And as Jeff mentioned before, there's how many modules?
2.
That's correct.
Well, actually, I didn't say there was 2. I said, wouldn't it be crazy if there was 2?
Well, it is
and
crazy.
Guess what? It is crazy. Because there are 2.
There are 2. And what are those modules called, Jeff?
The Secret Villages module.
And?
The Can't Remember module.
The Ringway Rumors module. Secret Villages is the first module that you can play. And basically, like, you can mix and match these modules. You could play one, you could play the other. You could play them with the base game. Like a bunch of different things, or there's even things that you can just input into the base game without playing the full expansion. So as Jeff said before, this is the type of expansion that just expands upon the current game and adds like a few little twists, but doesn't completely change the game up, so that you have to learn like an abundance of new rules.
Doesn't change the core mechanisms.
Exactly. So Secret Villages expansion, the first thing that you are going to see is it comes with a new Ringway Inn part of the board. So if you've played Merchants of the Dark Road before, you know that the board's almost like a big puzzle and you kind of put it together. So you just replace the old inn with the new inn, and what that adds is some new heroes, but more importantly, it adds leads that you can pick up, I guess, at the inn and different things. So what the leads allow you to do is they allow you to go to these new secret villages, okay? So at the beginning of the game, you're going to be putting out 3 new secret villages onto the board in the various sections. So there's the purple, the green, and the blue. Each one is going to get a random secret village, and those leads are going to have one of those secret village destinations that they can go back and forth to. Just like the heroes, you can only have 3 leads, but unlike the heroes, so when you drop a hero off, when you travel to one of the outlying villages, they go away, but the leads don't go away. So you can take them to a secret village, and they're going to give you some kind of a benefit. And then if you go back to that secret village later, you can activate that same lead again. So they just kind of stay face up in front of you, and you can kind of exchange them if you want to get a new one and all of that good stuff, okay? So that's kind of one thing. There is also a new steed card that comes in. So if you remember from the base game, everybody starts off with a steed. Most of them are horses. There's an owl bear. There's like a big sheep type of thing. But the new one, well, their name is Sammy. Sammy's a dog. He's so cute. But so there's a couple new steeds that you get, and then there's also new companions that get added in. Glimmer being one, which is this really pretty fox, and then there's like masked squirrels, which are essentially just raccoons. So there's new companions that get added in. There's some upgrades, and then there's also a new kind of like secret house tile. So if you remember, there's like little house tiles, and you just kind of shuffle that in, and maybe it gets put out, maybe it doesn't. And then finally, it also adds in some new destinations for travel. So there's 4 for the dark road and 4 for the shortcuts.
Yep.
Okay. So there's also with the lead cards, there is a lead token that's going to be moving around the board as well. But in a nutshell, like that is kind of the biggest thing that it adds. And there's also a companion die that you're going to be able to roll and do different things. Okay, so it's almost just like an extension of that hero section.
The Ringway Rumors module still plays off of the new Ringway Inn board.
Exactly.
But as you could probably predict, there are rumors now going around these areas. Secrets are no fun. Secrets.
Hurt someone.
So the Ringway Rumors module basically adds rumors to those districts.
There's like 3 districts that get rumors.
So rumors are going to be applied to districts, and when you go to these areas, you can collect those rumors. And there's going to be certain patrons and heroes and that sort of thing that are actually going to be incentivized by you providing them those rumors.
Gossip Girl, basically.
They're going to basically then join your little merry band of misfits, and you can also then go and drop them off at locations and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just the heroes, and basically like the Ringway board just adds a little section underneath that hero who you're still selling to, but they're like, tell me about a little bit of that like rumor about this person. I'd love to know. And if you give them the information that they're interested in, maybe they'll give you an additional benefit.
Yeah.
It's just like secrets, okay? There's secret villages, there's secret rumors going around. It's just adding a little bit of extra intrigue into the game. The expansion, both of the modules, they don't extend the time that you're playing. Like we've already said, they don't change up the rules so much, but you're going to get like additional components of like everything. So like I said, there's new companions, there's some new heroes, there's a new upgrade tiles for your caravan. So there's new ones that you can mix in there. So it's just kind of expanding the world. And if you are curious, Merchants of the Dark Road itself does have a solo mode, and there are also solo components that do come along in this expansion as well. So still a full-on solo experience.
Can be integrated into your solo play.
You got it. Now, who is this game for? Who is this expansion for? If
you've enjoyed your plays of Merchants of the Dark Road and you want to experience a little bit more out of that game, this would be something to check out. If you haven't played Merchants of the Dark Road and you're interested, this expansion, again, doesn't change up the core mechanisms. It doesn't come with convoluted rules. It's just a little bit more game. So something to check out if you are already interested in Merchants of the Dark Road. I don't really see a situation where you wouldn't potentially want to just play with this expansion included.
Yeah, for sure. Especially since it's so versatile where you can like mix and match. And if there's one part of it that you really like and the other part you're like, well, you don't have to play with all of it. So it's it's customizable, I guess, to how you want to experience the game. Obviously, this is not for somebody who doesn't own the base game and doesn't plan on buying the base game. You can't just buy the expansion and expect...
Yeah, this does require the base game.
It does require the base game, which of course will be available during the Kickstarter. So just in general, if Merchants of the Dark Road sounds like something that you might be interested in, you want to check it out, it is going to be available for you to purchase in that way as well. Now, who it might not be for realistically, like if we're talking about Merchants of the Dark Road as a whole, I will say a few things. Number one, it is a table hog, okay? So you do need to have a decent amount of table space in order to set it up, and there are a lot of bits and bobs in the box, okay? So setup time is a little bit longer.
I would say it's not for anyone looking for really heavy decision spaces. It's a light mid-weight game. Falls in that category. I would say probably a bit leaning mid-weight. But if you're into like heavy, crunchy decisions, not really going to happen in here.
For sure. Yeah, there's a little bit of like not luck, but randomness in terms of like you have to roll the die, and that does determine like how many spaces you can move, and it determines like the types of actions that you can do. So those types of things. But if it does look like something that you're interested in, we are going to have all of the links and everything you need down in the description below, and we will also be featuring our own personal thoughts in our snapshot video this month. So if you'd like to hear a little bit more about our experience with Merchants of the Dark Road, then you can watch that video as well.
Do your research. Make informed buying decisions.
Yes, exactly. So there are so many different like playthroughs and videos on the original game, so give those a watch if you're curious about whether or not this is a good game for you. There's lots of content out there, okay? Yep. But that's everything that we have for today on Merchants of the Dark Road with the Secret Villages expansion on Kickstarter right now. Okay, links below. Now, if you're interested in buying board games, the original game, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. And for us, that is
the Boardroom Game Cafe.
Yeah, it is. And if you like what you see,
please subscribe.
We hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Better days.
Could be the garage. The garage. The things that we should know before we start. Kickstarter.
PKS. PUKS.
Fuck you, miss. Put that sucker back there. Getting into trouble. It is focused on the cat's.
It is.
Why?
I don't know.
Get it.
It was focused on the cat's
butt. Anyways.